Hi y'all, happy Monday. Sorry my hair is a giant fuzzball. The humidity and just the weather changing is just making it crazy. Anyway, I just wanted to say hi and welcome. I am excited to be able to be on here talking to y'all tonight. I have some exciting news about just kind of my businesses and where they're going, and just the momentum that both of them are kind of creating for me and my family. It's just awesome. But today I got my heat press in for my tank top shop. And a little bit of backstory behind the tank tops. I run challenge groups here on Facebook of women who are seeking accountability to get maybe in shape, maybe just focus on, clean eating and just different things. I do different ones based on different things. But I love workout tank tops. I could spend hundreds of dollars in tank tops, and I was up until this point, and just fitness gear because I just love. I don't know. I like being in yoga pants all day and tank tops and cute tank tops, especially when you start working out and you start seeing those muscles and you really, for me, that's how it is anyway. I've never had upper body muscles in my life until now, and so I just love the fact that I can create these tank tops that I not only love, but that other people enjoy wearing too. So whenever I kind of started my challenge groups, I'd post in there some cute tank tops that I like and, ask the girls in there, what do you think about these tank tops? And they're like, oh my gosh, those are so cute. You should totally make some. Well, I went through this long process of finding people to do it, and then once my Women in Christ group got started, I was like, well, we'll make some shirts for there because I really wanted to raise money to have an outreach kind of thing. But I could just never get it off the ground. And after making one batch of tank tops with a different person and just kind of going through that whole process, somebody's like, well, why don't you just buy the stuff and do it yourself? It would cost you less than $1,000 to get started. And I was like, really? It's totally been a lot. It's not cost me more than $1,000, but it's been more than I can't speak right now. It's been a longer process than just buying the equipment and making it happen. But a little bit of backstory before the tank tops. Many of you know that I am a Beachbody coach, and I absolutely freaking love my job, so much. And when I started as a coach, I didn't have a lot of support, especially from my husband. Funny story about that. When I started as a coach, I was, I think, 4 or 5 months postpartum with my daughter, and overweight and struggling with postpartum depression, and we were on the road traveling a lot and just so many things going on. I had just started back to school, and I just kind of felt lost. And so when I told him, I had a friend from high school who messaged me, and she said, hey, would you be interested in doing the 21-day fix? And I was like, yes, please, I want to do it. I have to do it. And so I signed up. Well, I had told him about it before and told him that I'd been looking into it. And before I had Reese, I was like, I really want to do T25. And he was like, let's not waste the money on something that's just going to sit on the shelf. So immediately, I'm the kind of person, don't tell me that I can't do something because I'm going to turn around and do it. Immature, whatever you want to call it. So months went by, I had Reese, and then more months went by, and the opportunity presented itself, and I brought it up to him, and I was like, I really want to do this. What do you think? And he was like, I told you with T25, I thought that it would be a waste of time. And I was like, okay. Well, so I signed up, and I got, because I had a credit card, I signed up and I got the 21-day fix with Shakeology, and I had started the nutrition part of it, which is the portion control containers, and I hadn't told him about it because I wasn't on the road with him at this point, and I had started using containers. Well, I had started to see a little bit of weight loss just from learning how to use portion control containers. And you're probably thinking, what does this have to do with the heat press machine? I'm getting there. But I started with the portion control containers, and I started to lose weight. And he was like, you look really good. Like, what are you doing? And I was like, oh, just nothing. He still had no idea. So then we got on the road with him, and I brought my Shakeology with me. And he was like, what is that? I was like, oh, it's Shakeology. It's a superfood shake. And he goes, is that, did you sign up for Beachbody and not tell me? And I was like, well, about that. So there was a true confession moment, and let me just say, he was less than pleased because he had no idea. He thought that it was a pyramid scheme, much like many people do. And I was like, I swear to you, it's not. I just want to get in shape, and I just want to eat better, and I just want to take care of myself. And he was like, whatever. And so his attitude towards me and towards the whole idea of the program really made me want to plug in and do it. I just had to do it because I had to prove him wrong. Like, that's just my mindset. You tell me I can't do something, I'm going to do it. So I hadn't done the workouts at this point, and it was in May of last year that I started the workouts, and I thought I was dying. I had not worked out in probably a year because I didn't work out the entire time I was pregnant with Reese, and I felt like I was dying. There's a move in there called surrenders, which is literally just getting up and down off the floor, as many times as you can in 1 minute, and I freaking hated that move. And so, as the time went by, that was my goal, to conquer different moves, because I had to modify everything, and sometimes I'd have to completely quit the workouts because I was just so out of shape. Well, as the months kind of went by, and I was working more, and I'd actually started to work the business, and I had started to become a coach, and I was putting more time into it, and I was getting really excited about things. And he was like, what? So tell me a little bit about this coaching thing. And I was like, okay. So I was really excited, and he was like, I think it's awesome. I really do think it's awesome. I'm glad to see that you're happy. He's like, but do you think that this is just like a hobby thing? Is this just wasting money? And I was like, no, I promise that I'm going to do something with this. And I kind of laughed at myself because when I said that, I had no idea where coaching was going to take me. I had no idea the kind of doors that it was going to open for me in so many arenas. And he was like, okay, well, he gave me a deadline of until this December to really see what I'm made of. And so in January, I hit Diamond, and I was super excited about it, and that was like the first big step in my business. And he bought me a printer. And it's so funny to me because I always tell people that my love language is office supplies. Like, I absolutely just love office supplies. And as he saw me start to get more serious about this, and we took our guest bedroom, we turned it into an office, and I was like, I gotta have a desk, I gotta have all of these things. And he was like, okay, you're really serious about this. And I went to a coach conference thing where I was, workshopping and learning some different stuff. And the thing that I love about coaching is that the people that work in this business are just absolutely powerhouse people. They are the kind that support you when you least expect to get support. I mean, people that I've never met before, but that I got to stand in front of and speak. And when I was talking about, kind of being discouraged with the whole tank top thing, they were like, girl, just do it yourself. Like, you can totally do that. So it was just something that I had wanted to do, but didn't really know what it was going to entail. And I was talking to Zach that night, and he was like, well, I mean, look at what it's going to cost us. And I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, just look at what it's going to cost us. If it's a good investment, it's a good investment. I was like, are you kidding me right now? And so we talked about it, and we looked at, hang on just a second. Thank you. We talked about it, and we looked at some different stuff, and this is what coaching is all about. Staying home with this one. Okay. Go, Chloe. Can you say hi?
Hi.
Say hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
And so the more we talked about it, the more I was like, okay, I really want to do this. And so he bought me my Cricut, and I had started doing everything by hand, which took forever, and I had no idea what I was doing, and I just kind of jumped in feet first. I would guess head first. I don't know, whichever one's worse. I had no idea what I was doing, and he told me, because I was like, I would really love to have a heat press. Like, I really think that would make the difference, but I'm trying to save the money for it. I just don't have the money for it right now. And this man, just love him absolutely freaking to death. He goes, we'll pick out the one that you want, and we'll get it for you. And I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, I'll do this for you because I think it's going to be awesome, and I think this is something that you're just super passionate about. And I was like, seriously? And he was like, I doubted you a lot. He's like, but in the last year, you have lost over 60 pounds. He's like, you've helped other people do it. And mind you, he did not phrase it like this because that's not how Zach talks. But he was like, you've done a lot. He's like, I can see that you're serious about this. I can see that you are going to make something out of this. He's like, and I'm just happy to see that you're happy and you're excited about what you're doing. And so I just have to say that all of you that have commented or liked on anything that involves coaching, you have supported me in the tank top business, whether you know it or not. And coaching has opened so many doors for me. I know this is going so long already, but I just have to share this with y'all because I don't get a chance to share as much and as openly as I would like to about coaching. But because of Beachbody, I had the knowledge of how to start a group of women who are following in Christ. I now run an almost 2,000 member group of women following Christ, women working on their relationships, women, in different walks of life. Me, like, I'm from small town nowhere, and to me, that's a huge deal. I've been asked to speak at several different occasions, and for me that would have never happened without being a coach. And so when I say that coaching has really changed my life, it has given me life. It has given me a purpose. It has given me a dream that I now get to fulfill. And I just absolutely freaking love it. And I love the fact that, people are really starting to see where I'm going with this, where my vision is going with this. And it means so much to me, the support that follows everybody, just the kindness that I get in messages daily. I can't even explain just how awesome it is because it has just absolutely radically changed my life. And Wednesday night, I am hosting a Coach Open House live event. And I know I've kind of shared a little bit about, thank you. I've kind of shared a little bit about my passion for coaching, but maybe you've kind of been sitting back wondering, what the heck is she doing? Like, what does she do all day? How is she able to build a successful business from home, travel with her husband, and take care of her daughter? I keep myself super busy, let's just say that. And not everybody is like that, and that's fine. But I want to give you the opportunity to sit with me and ask questions. It'll be a live event, not like this. It'll be a separate, it's called a Zoom call, and it's live, and you can talk back and forth to me, ask all the questions that you want, and I will answer what I know, and what I don't know, I'll look up for you. But I want to invite you, if you've been kind of sitting on the fence, kind of wondering, you don't have to be live on video. You can just listen in. I will try to have Reese in bed by that point, but we'll see. But I just want to invite you to come into my home and sit with me, and let's just talk about what I love doing. Thank you. Beachbody is on a mission to end the trend of obesity, and with it being so prevalent in our youth and our children, it's important for us as parents, if you are a parent or if you ever plan on being a parent, to learn how to take care of yourself so you can learn how to take care of your family. And that's something that I love doing. I know that many of you have seen my journey through endometriosis, and I have a huge history in nutrition. I know a lot about it because I study a lot about it because it's interesting to me. It's interesting how the body breaks down foods and the different things that it processes to run great. And that's kind of where my passion lies. I love health and fitness, and it's not something I ever thought that I would be able to make a business out of without having a personal training or, a nutrition degree. But I'm able to do that, and I want to share with you what I've learned. I want to share with you the doors that it's opened for me, the ways that it's grown me closer in my walk with God, and just the way that it's radically changed my family. I am not a superstar coach yet, but in my heart I am. On paper I'm not. But I'm just so thankful for you guys. I know I keep saying that, but thank y'all for taking the time to get on and sit with me while I ramble, because I'm just excited to have people on here. But I hope that you guys have a great night, and I hope to see you on Wednesday. I'll talk to you later, guys. Bye.